16, killer track with the mist.
Yeah. Yeah. Live and direct. It's Bozo in this motherfucker. Look, shit. We're all black pair of J's cause I don't see blood stains. Yeah, bitch, I don't see blood stains. We're all black pair of J's so I don't see blood stains. Yeah, so when my generation is inspired by the fire they was feeling. It was all live, I'ma try to keep me decent. My temperature increasing while lines bring you a sensation. You can never die, squeeze a 9 by affiliation. No more hesitation, you talk beef, I want all of it. If you're still alive after this, say you're fortunate. How hopeless did you get? Talk about Emiliano. I bring pride back to the game of a rap Chicano. Blue bandana swinging, it's a California ritual. We don't give a fuck about you, that's why you're invisible. Nameless individuals like the victims of the cartel. Fucking prison tales, I want money in the mail. Collect the royalties, you couldn't give away your last track. You see me shooting videos, all the homies in the back. Gay the game, blood, sweat, tears, not to feed my ego, but to bring honor to the people of the brown eagle. Fuck you punk, I see you ain't safe from afar. I pull up to your city talking shit, pistol draw. I'm Emiliano, bald-headed with a chest plate. Preaching to the block, lock in hand as I instigate. Fucking lame rappers, fake trappers, and your hoes too. Could tell the truth if God himself was in front of you. I tell you how the killers do. Find life in cold places, never where they cry to the cops about this homie kid. Never hate another man for shit that you can't do. Rather hate yourself till you find a way to better moves. I can show you how, but when you answer to the challenge, you want it all easy, you want me to make it valid. Michelada chasing down the shot, I'm 1942. 501 crispy jeans, polo fresh, all blue. Dreaming got old, so I made this shit all true. Never get distracted from the shit that you gotta do. The ocean's all blue like the blood in my veins. I can't fuck with you, little mama, you a lame. You suck up no game, smoke way too many blunts. Yeah, you got a little ass, but you stupid as fuck. I like my dick sucked by a woman with intelligence. Chevy looking elegant, riding like a goon. I don't mean to brag, but this the shit that I do. God bless you with the mood to wanna go against the odds. I'ma buy a house by the middle of the fall. I just left the yard and I started going hard. A pistol in a vision, make my girl neck glisten. Make sure you go hard before you step to my position. Everybody want shine, everybody want not, but don't nobody wanna do the motherfucking time. No more holidays, trade a man for a cold man. No more sucking pussy, now you're being on your own shaft. I can't do no time unless it's absolutely critical. Threatening my life and the contemplating's minimal. Tiptoe around it, motherfucker, say my name. Fuck a rap beef, motherfucker, catch a fade. You can't fuck with me, idiot, are you insane? My flow sick like the hood that I bang. New pig gang, see the tats on my frame. Big game long like the clips on the K. I gotta thank God for the man I am today. Now ask yourself, homie, can you say the same thing? Ask yourself, homie, can you say the same thing? Ask yourself, yeah, bitch. Me dicen que la vida es muy corta y me vale verga, escucha lo que digo. Yo no hago si no hace feria. Lengua de culebra, corazón de león. Esta es mi tierra y le tengo mucho amor. Marihuana de la fina, disfruta el olor. Me dicen que yo soy el orgullo del Salvador. Sangre mexicana que me dice diferente. Barrio Pico Nuevo y lo canto hasta la muerte. Soy presidente, de mi lado no me mires. Balas a tu cara, te prometo que voy a mandar. Soy original, el presente y el futuro. Aquí estoy con pistola en el muro. Solamente uno cuando salgo a matar. Heridas a tu cuerpo te van a hacer cantar. Esa es la verdad, aquí soy el pistolero. Me quieren juzgar, hijo de puta, ponte en serio. Yeah.
OGHuskyRadio.com.
Yeah.
Finally, you got
Emiliano,
this motherfucker right here.
Yeah.
The person that's
bitch.
making Chicano rap relevant,
Yeah.
aka Mas. That's the Mexican Nas, aka Bozo, aka Emiliano. What's good, man? How's everything?
Everything's good. God is good. Block is good. Everything's good.
Give us contact. We could keep up with you, man. Where could we check you out?
On IG, Bozo_BAM. On YouTube, Bozo. Digital copies, merch, fanfirstempire.com.
The name Bozo, where'd that come from?
It's a hood name, dog.
Wow, little payaso, big payaso,
Nah.
Payaso the third was taken, or
that fool was no good in the hood, so I had to create my own persona, and Bozo was my favorite. I don't know if you remember when you were a kid, they used to sell Bozo cups. The ice cream truck used to pull up, they had Bozo cups, they had ice cream, 3 different colors. That was my shit.
Okay.
So off top, Bozo was my dude.
So you're a funny guy and shit.
Funny as fuck.
Tell us a joke right now, though.
Shit. I'm an organically funny guy. You know what I'm saying?
I just figured, dog. You know what I mean? Chicano rap. Well, let's go out. Fuck that. Even before that, let's go all the way back. What got you into hip hop, dog?
Shit. I'm a kid from LA, Southeast. So, I grew up with my sisters and the women in my household listening to, JJ Fad, fucking Salt and Pepper. L Cool J was the motherfucking man back then. Shout out to L Cool J. Mama said knock you out. That was my shit. But So I just grew up around rap and shit, and Ice-T was the hardest motherfucker I seen as a child, and it was rap. I was in love with gangster rap after that.
In love with gangster rap, but then what makes you think you could do it, or what makes you transition into doing that?
I just listened to. My mom didn't buy me toys. My mom didn't really buy me much, but music. If I saw an album that I wanted, she would buy it for me, hands down, never hesitated. So I had a large collection as a kid. I didn't have toys. I had music when I was growing up.
Straight up.
I had a loss in my family. My cousin, which was like my brother, Smiley from BG Locals, rest in peace. Big Smiley. He was murdered in the city of Bell Gardens in 2002. I was in a prison yard at the time, and what they suggested that I needed at the time was a counselor to speak to me. But due to prison overcrowding at the time, they didn't have the means or the resources to have a counselor come see me and talk. So what a counselor did was he came to my cell while I was in lockdown, gave me a pen and pad, slid under the door and told me, look, I can't talk to you, so talk to this pen and this pad. And everything that I wrote in that pad came out as a rhyme and as poetry. So since then I started writing music.
So you got the pad and pen. You weren't writing stories. You were writing actual rhymes.
Yeah, I was writing rhymes. Yeah.
Did you before that in school? Did you like?
Never
did
tried
that,
nothing.
No. Did I even like draw attention to you? Nothing.
Nothing. I just didn't think it was feasible. My life was such a mess at the time. Death was the only thing that was certain to me at the time.
Shit. You're a Chicano rapper.
Yes, I'm a proud Chicano rapper. Yes, most definitely.
Then why is lyrical content important to you? As Chicano rap has the stigma of not being lyrical, even on the delivery, even being on beat. Like,
I represent a very particular part of Los Angeles. I come from Southeast Los Angeles. It's a perfect blend of Chicano culture with real deep roots in Chicano, and a lot of the community there before was just real like your traditional American people. So we're stuck between the San Gabriel Valley, we're stuck between East LA, we're stuck between Southside LA. So we're like a perfect blend and mesh of a lot of things. Therefore, I think that we have a certain way about ourselves, you know what I'm saying? And to come across ignorant in music wouldn't be accepted from where I'm from, you feel what I'm saying?
You stated the mix. You're also mixed. You're Salvadorian and Mexican.
Yes, I'm proud. My mother was a Salvadoran. My daddy was Mexican.
So, corridos or cumbias, which is better?
Cumbias, hands down.
Cumbias.
Chop that shit up.
Damn, we had to run the fade outside, dog. And the reason why I say the fade is because Emiliano.
Yes.
You made the track Emiliano. Emiliano was a freedom fighter, and he was uniting the people. You named the track Emiliano, and you dissed the gang of artists. Break that down.
The path to Emiliano's movement and revolution came with a lot of sacrifice amongst his own people, his own family, his own household, his friends, his comrades. So I decided to go against the grain as Emiliano did for the full purpose of the movement, which after became more of uniting the people. So with the sacrifice of me going against the grain, I have united a whole new generation of Chicano rap artists like FKM, Loco Negro's been probably around longer than me, but I think like I've helped them emerge a lot more. Cujo the Savage, Miss Visoto. I could go on and on about the town that's out there right now. But yeah, I have a whole squad that's behind me now that I believe is the future of Chicano rap.
So is it uniting raza? Is it just beef for entertainment? Is it a movement? What is it?
It's beef with a purpose. It's beef to translate the purpose that we're not gonna tolerate gimmicks no more. We're not gonna tolerate people to hold back the movement because of their own selfish purpose. Like, if our genre is so small that at this point we either help each other or we're bringing each other down. At this point, if you're not helping us, then we're all taking you down. You know what I'm saying?
But you do say essay and Holmes and shit, right?
On the block, but not lyrically. You know what I'm saying?
I just gotta make sure.
Yeah.
So is it real beef? I mean, we're not getting too much.
It's not too weird. Look, I don't wish nobody no harm. Like if I see Capone, I'm not gonna blow his face off. But if I could sock him up, I will sock him up. Just based on principle. When I decided to go independent and left this label, I thought I left on good terms. And due to find out, he was asking everybody to discommunicate me and blackball me from production, engineering, everything. So basically, he made me start on my own because I wasn't fucking with him, but doing it behind my back. And therefore, to me, that's beef. You know what I'm saying? The minute I found out, I said, all right. And, you know, obviously what happened, happened.
Damn. You got me fucked up because we don't really like, you know, bring that up, or we don't try to like take that route. But I just want to clarify though, it's music first. It's over music, but it got past that.
Well, it just, I mean, yeah, it was music, but I mean, in the industry, well, in the game, I should say the rap, well, our rap game, Chicano rap game. Like I said before, we're such a small genre that our resources are also limited too. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when you're trying to come up after doing 10 fucking years and somebody's like blackballing you, they're basically destroying.
Well, okay, for that side, break it down though. When did you sign the contract and all that shit? Like break it down, because you know what I'm saying. I want to like clarify. I just don't want to be like fuck this fool. Like,
so I was originally signed to High Power in 2004. And right after that, I was only out about 7 months, and I caught my 10-year term. So I dropped an album with them called Free Bozo. When I went to prison, the little money that was owed to me was sent to me. I don't really want to talk about the amount because it wasn't shit to talk about. But when I paroled, I was offered a deal. I was approached again by High Power affiliate Miss Lady Pink. She was starting her own label at the time called Ruthless Side, and we had history from the streets. So I thought that it was a good move. You feel me? I knew her, whatever. But I guess people change and things change over 10 years. You know, I didn't realize that because I was awfully stuck in a box for 10 years. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I didn't get to see the change.
Yeah.
So I got out and I thought I was fucking with the same people from before. And when I got my contract actually written, what we had agreed upon wasn't actuality. They were trying to pay me like $40 per song to keep and, you know, give up my rights to. You know what I mean? They were calling them promotional deals, which is basically telling you like you pay for your production, you pay for your beats, you pay for everything. We just promote you on our Instagram and social media to help you supposedly blow up, and on YouTube, whatever. So yeah, so that led to beef, obviously, because I felt like, you know, I was worth more than that. You know what I mean? And to be I don't know, man, to be valued in such a way is very hurtful, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it did piss me off, dog, and the only way I know how to react to that type of shit is just retaliate, you know what I mean?
What changed with you from 2005 to 2016? I mean, the game changed, obviously. You came out and that shit was different, but what changed with you?
Within myself, I just saw that the losses that one can take on these streets, you know what I'm saying? The repercussions of the action that you do on these streets are forever, you know what I'm saying? And being in the box for so fucking long, like, really just changed me. It humbled me, dog, you know what I'm saying? It really broke that I don't give a fuck attitude, because it turned out that I did give a fuck, you know what I'm saying?
That's why you're doing what you're doing and shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it turned out that I did have a weak spot, you know what I'm saying? And when you're going through tribulations, the best thing that could happen is that you reveal yourself to yourself, you know what I mean? You look in the mirror and you get to learn a lot about yourself. So I learned that I did give a fuck about my life. I learned that I had aspirations, I had goals that I still wanted to achieve, and I learned that I wanted to come home and take care of my family.
Straight up. 2005 to 2016, you were gangbanging though, like before you went in.
But I've been from my neighborhood since I was about 13 years, 14 years old.
Give the little backdrop of that, because it has a negative connotation, but people don't understand there is a positive side to it.
The positive side for me was that I lost my mother when I was 12 years old, 12, 13 years old, around there. You know, I had a father at the time that turned out to be a single dad after his wife's loss, obviously. And my dad had a hard time with that fact, so I wasn't the only one lost. There was my father also, you know what I'm saying? So I became a ward of the state very young, about the age of 14, 15, I want to say. So my friends that I grew up with as a childhood, I have the same friends from elementary, you know. I haven't changed my circle to this day. I still have the same homies from like the first grade. I'm blessed. Shout out to the homies. So yeah, my friends became my family, you know. My friends' parents that had seen me as a kid knew my situation because we're from a small neighborhood and knew my circumstance and decided that they would feed me and house me if I needed it. So that's what happened. My homeboys' families became my family. I probably lived with like 3 different families from my neighborhood from my mom's death to I was about 18 years old. So for a good 5 years, I was in the streets with them. And they taught me a lot and took care of me and loved me. And to me, you know, gangs are viewed a certain way, but it's a necessary evil, man. Like a lot of us need those surrogate families, you know what I'm saying? Because our own families and circumstances aren't perfect and ideal. Like life isn't perfect, you know what I'm saying? And no community and no country for that matter, you know what I'm saying? So people view it for the negativity and things that come from it, but it's a necessary evil. Like I said, a lot of motherfuckers are lost and need the hood.
Instagram at Bozo_BAM. FamFirstEmpire.com. Keep up with them. Stay tuned. More interview to come. OGHuskyRadio.com. OGHuskyRadio.com at BOZO_BAM. FamFirstEmpire.com. What's some artists coming up right now? What's some advice you could give them, man? That, I mean, obviously they don't want to do 10 years in a box, dog. You know what I mean? To learn shit, dog. I mean, what could you tell them right now that business side, life side, anything that, you know what I mean?
As far as business, like it's more than music now. You know what I'm saying? Because the way that things have changed, so you almost have to put your thinking cap on all the way around. Like you have to be, first of all, a visionary, so that you don't just try and present music. Like you have to present a full product. What I mean by that is like it's more of a audio visual that you got to present, meaning you got to present music with a purpose, music with a message, or music with a certain type of vibe that you're trying to present. So what I'm saying is you're presenting the whole package. Like you can't just make tracks no more. Like before we made mixtape after mixtape and drop album after album and the hard copies would sell. But now with the way social media is and YouTube and everything, the game is flooded. So in order for you to stand out, you have to give a full product. You know what I'm saying? You have to deliver something with substance, something that sparks the mind, even if it's a song about twerking, but you got to deliver it in a certain fashion to where it's different and original and it paints a picture and it's entertaining. You know what I'm saying?
With that, what projects do you have coming up?
Right now I got you know what I've been trying to do in this project. My first project, my last project, which is Emiliano the Beast, I didn't do no features. The only feature I had was my homeboy from my hood, Stomper. Follow Stomper at 1sickman76 on IG. And that was the only feature I did because I wanted to showcase my ability to carry a whole album on my own. And I had so much to say that I didn't want to share no time with nobody. Okay. On this album, I decided to do a lot of features, you know what I'm saying? Bring artists that ain't that well known. Like I have a homie out of Orange County. He's called Larry the G. He's a new artist, brand new artist. I have Loco Negro, which is my boy. I have FKM. I have BG. I have G Perico. I have Joe Moses. I have GT Garza out of Houston. He's a Chicano rapper also out of Houston. What I wanted to do with that feature was reach out to Raza in other states, you know what I'm saying? And tap into other communities, because I think that to just stay in LA is like, you know, it's hurting myself, you know what I'm saying? There's so much talent everywhere and everybody has their own delivery and own vision of our movement. It's the same movement, but we bring in this different faction just because of the way that we're being raised in the communities we grow up in. So I want to tap in with people from other states too, you know what I'm saying? But I wanted to showcase all the Chicano rappers that I'm around right now, and I don't know, bring them to my fans, introduce them to my supporters. You know what I'm saying?
When can we look for that to drop?
The latest is gonna be mid-February. My album's done. It just needs to be mixed, mastered. I'm gonna drop a video soon. Goons. It's a single off of my album. And after that, I'm gonna just go to Street God and drop that shit.
Top 3 Chicano rappers of all time.
Sick Jackin, Conejo, and DTX. I was always a fan of DTX.
In the Chicano culture, we were talking off there, and you said you're making Chicano rap relevant because it had been exploited. Mm-hmm. What made it vulnerable to be exploited?
What made it vulnerable to be exploited was that so many people have always looked to LA, for that matter, as kind of like the forefront of what they want to emulate. You know what I'm saying? They've always looked to us for guidance as far as like street life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So a lot of states around us, they wanted to know what it was to be a cholo from LA. You know what I'm saying? Or Southern California, for that matter. You know what I mean? And the only examples they had was Capone and Lil Rob and a few other fools that I don't care to mention, but those were the main ones at the time, you know what I'm saying? And what happened with that was like, instead of really enlightening the people on what we really reflect and how we really get down right here, what they did was go to the most comfortable gimmick that they could do and just stick with that, and that was it. Remixing oldies, wearing the big old pants, stupid logos on their shirts, bandanas in their head. Nobody that really reflected us from LA, because I don't never dress like that. I never have dressed like that. I probably did when I was 15, but besides that.
But was it vulnerable because within the culture, and not speaking too much, a lot of stuff doesn't get said and a lot of stuff you can't speak about?
Well, that's always going to remain. Like, the code is the code, you feel me? We really can't, you know, it's in it's in our DNA to honor some certain things, you know what I'm saying? Even from when our ancestors were Mayans and Aztecs, they always had a code, they always had a secret oath that they believed in, and it still remains in us to this day, and it will always remain in our DNA for as far as we continue going on. That will never stop, you know what I'm saying?
OGHuskyRadio.com, Instagram at BOZO_BAM, FamFirstEmpire.com. Any shout outs before we cut out, man?
Shit, shout out to the supporters, man. I love you, man.
OG Husky Radio, stay posted, more interviews to come.